Hi Virgo, welcome to March 2019. Now your avatar Mercury is retrograde March 5th through the 28th. And this is a real challenging one for all of us because Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini, both cerebral and detail orientated, rational, fact-based. In Pisces, we're talking about emotions. We're talking about creativity and spirituality. We're talking about other realms that don't have to do with the physical. So this is going to be an interesting month where you are purging anything that doesn't support your self-worth. And on the upside, it's really good to look at relationships. You've got a big focus going on in here in relationships. This is a time for you to make your wish list about your ideal partner. Not how things are right now, but what would your ideal partner look like? How does that ideal partner work with you? How does that ideal partner make you feel? This is a great time to dream and write out your feelings and write out your wish list for your ideal relationship, your ideal partner. And you're going to have plenty of time to reflect on this because Mercury is in Pisces for 9 weeks. Now, he's in Pisces right now, so we're already in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. And that is Mercury's orbit from the point of where he retrogrades to where he moves direct and then moves back. Retrograde, goes direct, moves back. He will be in Pisces until April 17th, and then he'll enter into Aries. So this is a long stay for him. And he's not particularly happy about it either because he rules you and Gemini. And so he's like, all this emotion and water and confusion. Just give me the facts. And there's going to be misunderstandings in communication. So we definitely need to keep a sense of humor here and take it one day at a time. Now, Mercury also rules your destiny in the world, your profession in the world, your career in the world. So if things slow down, step back, recalibrate, and clean up. This is like a cleanup time for you. Clean up what you need to clean up with yourself. Clean up what you need to clean up with your relationships. Clean up what you need to clean up with your money. This is a good time to work on anything that needs completion, working behind the scenes, reworking things, rewriting things. That is, a very important focus for this energy for you. Now, Uranus enters Taurus on the 6th, and that's going to rock your worldview. Now, when a planet moves into an area, that's when you feel the greatest impact. You'll be working on this worldview over the next 7 years. What's lovely about this, though, is he is going to be forming harmonious energy flow with any planets you have in Virgo, your sun, your moon, your Mercury, your rising, and so on. So in that aspect, he is helping you to recreate your life, but these are changes you want. What he's doing with you, you're going to want. You're going to want these changes because it's going to bring you positive opportunities. Opportunities to travel, opportunities to study, opportunities to expand your business in the world, to expand what you do in the world, to publish, to teach, being online. They're saying by the year 2020, 100% of the world population will be online. Everyone will be online in a year from now, which is amazing. So there's a great opportunity for you there to reach a wider market in whatever you do. Now, the Pisces New Moon happens on March 6th, but it's extended through the 13th, and that's because the rulers of Pisces, Jupiter in Sagittarius, Neptune is in Pisces, are arguing with each other. And that's exact at the new moon, and it's hanging around at the Libra full moon. It's on all year, these two arguing with each other. It went exact January 13th, it'll go exact June 16th, and the final exact will be September 21st. That's when it's the most intense, but it's on. We're in Pisces, and Mercury is retrograde sitting next to Neptune being squared by Jupiter. So it's on. And this is where we can be irrational, we can be delusional, we can have this irrational exuberance, people are exaggerating, we can have all these hopes and wishes and dreams, and we can be, oh, the possibilities. And it could be not real, it could be just a fantasy. I mean, it is a time for dreams where we could have significant dreams here in March with this energy, especially at this Pisces new moon, where dreams could be very significant for you and revealing, where you get a lot of insight and information through your dreams, which is beautiful. I mean, that is the purpose of the energy, is to connect us to the higher realms, to connect us to who we really are spiritually, that we're spiritual beings on this journey of life, pretending to be humans. And so that aspect of it is great. The challenge is that it's hard to make plans, things can stall out, money can slow down, things that we don't want to happen can happen. But it's temporary, and there's always a divine purpose behind it. There's always a divine reason for things to outplay as they do. Now, what's cool is Saturn is sextile the new moon, and Mars is sextile the new moon. So Mars is pouring positive energy into this new moon. Saturn is pouring positive energy into this new moon, like this. And that's where the universe is saying, dream big, but be practical. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Don't be in a hurry, because things get really excited, then they can stall out. Or things could get really busy, and then they can stall out. And, this has been going on in February, too. But this is going to get much more intense in March, because he's retrograde in March. In February, he just entered Pisces. And so we're already feeling it. But in March, it's game on. But there is potential here, because Saturn is saying, take solid steps towards your dreams, towards your plans. I will get you there. Maybe not in March. It'll come in April. It'll come in May. Not saying it can't. I never want to say anything can't happen. It's just, I know Mercury, and I know when he's retrograde what happens. Mostly what doesn't happen. So, and he's your ruler, and he rules your midheaven, your destiny in the world, your profession in the world, what you do in the world. So you know that, this isn't going to be the month where you break through to some career level that you've been dreaming of. This is a time to step back, recalibrate, trust your intuition, because the revelations are coming fast and furious with you. And they're showing you how much you don't know. And I know how that feels, because, there are some days where I just like, man, there's so much I don't know. There's so much I have to learn. And I love to learn, which is a good thing. But, it's so revealing sometimes, because we get in our bubble. So and our bubble is our universe. And we think everything in our universe, that's what there is. Until you step out of that universe, and then you see, oh my gosh, look at all these other universes. There's so much more out there happening that you couldn't even experience in one lifetime. But it's important, like the message for you is follow your hunches, not your rational mind. Forget the rational mind. There's going to be no rational mind this month. That's gone. That'll return at the end of the month, and especially when he enters Aries on the 17th of April. But in Pisces, you're in dreamland. We're in dreamland here, We're working with the subconscious mind, not the conscious mind. We're working with the subconscious mind. So this is where you have to trust your intuitions. Well, you don't have to do anything, but I suggest, if you want to, that you trust your intuitions, trust your instincts, and work with the dreamscape, work with the intuition, work with the imagination. What is your ideal partner? What is your ideal relationship? What is your ideal work job? What would be the ideal work job for you? How many hours do you work? Do you travel? What do you do? Do you teach? Are you thinking about teaching? Some of you are. Some of you are thinking about teaching. And this is good. This is part of why things are happening, because things are unfolding as they need to. And traveling is good for you too. Astral travel, physical travel, experiencing other cultures, other approaches to life, other belief systems, other philosophies, foreigners, because you can learn about yourself through these experiences. Now, daylight savings time begins March 10th. Yay! The days are getting longer! And then the sun enters Aries on March 20th. And we have the Libra full moon on March 20th. And of course, it's happy spring equinox! Woohoo! I love spring! And happy fall in the southern hemisphere. And the Libra full moon is just 9 minutes in. It's right at the beginning. And with the sun in Aries, this is about new growth, new starts, new beginnings. And it's about healing. Chiron is in Aries, and he's coupled with the sun, opposing the moon. So this is about healing at this time. It could be sexual healing. It could be financial healing. It can be about relationships where you're healing together with someone else. Maybe a past relationship you're healing from. Or, you're with family and healing. I really like these moons. It's the Mercury Retrograde that is the fly in the ointment. Is that it? Yes. And, of course, Uranus is shaking things up for all of us. But it's important because it's about liberation. But you have them in a great part of your chart that is, fantastic, actually, because he's going to be harmonizing with you for years. So the changes he brings are changes you want and opportunities that you have been waiting for or looking forward to. Now, this is an interesting moon because it's so early in Libra. It's almost a Virgo moon. It's only 9 minutes into Libra. It's forming a grand trine with Mars in Taurus, Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. Saturn and Pluto are coupled together in Capricorn. They're trining Mars and they're trining the moon. This is amazing. So this is a time for creativity. It's the time for stretching your wings to fly. It's about looking down the road but not going there. It's okay to look down the road, but remember you're here. And things can change by the time Mercury goes direct and certainly enters Aries. That's when we'll really know the facts and figures of what's going on. So this is a really interesting time with having to do our taxes with Mercury retrograde. I wonder how the accountants do it, all the CPAs, how they do it with this energy. It always feels like Mercury is retrograde during tax season in the States. It's like, how do we even see those numbers without them just jumping off the page and going over here and there and just blur? So be aware, if you're an accountant or you are a bookkeeper, you could be forgetful. You can overlook things. Definitely double check everything because we know the devil is in the details, and there's not going to be any details here with this energy because we've got Mercury sitting with Neptune being challenged by Jupiter. So it just is so over the top with optimism and excitement, and but at the same time, it can be completely fake. And it's also, with Mercury retrograde, it brings out the liars. You know, it brings out the people that just lie and lie and lie, present themselves as one thing, then you come to find out they're not that at all. So you have to be really careful with, you know, who you're hooking up with. And, you know, the way I see it is, don't be in a hurry. Do your homework, Google them. And if they're great, they'll be great next month too, when clarity returns. So remember that you don't have to have a fire sale. You don't have to, because someone who seems great you meet this month, whether it's business or personal or a friendship, if they're really great, they'll be great in April too, and they'll be great in May. So take your time. Don't be in a hurry. Don't rush into anything. And then that way you are protecting yourself from any kind of potential misunderstanding that could happen with these energies. Now, Venus is sextile Jupiter at the time of the full moon, and I really do like that. That's a very positive energy. And that's very beneficial for your health. It's beneficial for your work. It's beneficial for your home. It's a nice energy. Venus is being challenged by Mars. That's where you want to watch out for arguments. This, I see for you, could come through work, where people at work are being difficult. You know, people that, you know, they believe one thing, you know, and therefore we're all supposed to believe it. You know, they fail to understand that just because it's your reality doesn't mean it's mine. And so you can just respectfully, I agree to disagree, and sidestep out of there. Avoid the difficult people and harness the Venus-Jupiter aspect of, you know, improving your health, improving relationships, bringing maybe some new relationships that are very beneficial to you, even expanding your social circle. This is an energy that can expand your social circle, which is lovely. And people getting help from other people can be strong in here too, which is what you want. But, you know, the message too is just to purge what doesn't serve you any longer. Purge what doesn't increase your self-worth. If it doesn't increase your self-worth, you don't need it. That's a very strong message. And that includes anybody in the relationship area. You know, so if you've got anybody in your life and they are not on Team Virgo, then you don't have time for them. You don't have the energy for it. You need to be focused on yourself, visualizing what you want to bring into your world, doing the recalibration, cleaning things up wherever there needs to be a cleanup. You want to be focused on that. Your spirituality, taking time for the revelations that are coming in so that you can absorb them and integrate them into your life. Taking it one day at a time. Stepping back. If something is not working, step back. This is not the time to figure it out. This is the time to meditate. You could absolutely do the research now, but you want to wait before you push ahead until Mercury enters Aries. For those of you available for love, I mean, you do have a huge focus in that area of, you know, relationships. That Mercury, your ruler, is retrograde, so it can be someone from your past coming back, someone from your past lives who comes in as a new person. And maybe they are great. However, sitting next to Neptune, you don't want to caretake. If they come in with problems, oh, fix me, oh, save me, oh, rescue me. You're a Virgo, you can do anything. Carry me on your back. Then you know that's not, they're takers. You want a giver, don't you? Don't you want someone who's giving to you, who's going to take care of you? So if they're coming in, the three-legged dog, woe is me, with addiction problems, money problems, do you really need that in your life? Is that your ideal? Is that what you wrote down on your wish list? Think about what you wrote down on your wish list. And don't you want someone healthy, someone with integrity, someone who has money mastery, someone who handles their problems, someone who carries themselves in the world as an adult and who can lift you up, love you, give to you, take care of you? I want you to write that on your wish list. And for those of you coupled, this is a time to communicate your needs and to talk about what you need and have that healing happening at the Libra full moon. This is a time where you could heal together. Maybe financially, your partner's bringing in more money and there's a healing in the relationship. Things are going good. Career, if things do, kind of dissipate, it's temporary, not permanent. Soon as Mercury gets going, he'll make up ground, so will you, and you'll be flying forward, breaking new ground, reaching new goals, and that goes with the money too. Absolutely. Spiritually, this is the time to meditate, take quiet time, get out in nature, light candles, listen to your music, do your mantras, do your rituals, do what grounds you and connects you to Source. This is a deeply spiritual time. And you can really move up spiritually by doing the work. Go to higher dimension. Raise your vibration 1,000-fold. It's really amazing. It's just not the tangible type of month. But that's okay. It has its importance in your life. And it's taking you where you want to go. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing my videos, Virgo. You're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps to support the channel and it lets you know when I upload. So until next time, Virgo, the revelations are coming. Make that wish list. Visualize on what you want in your life, in the love, in relationship, in your work, with your money. And you'll make it happen.